Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Abbottstown, Pennsylvania and the Lincoln Speedway for week number 6 of the Hoosier Open Wheel Racing Series featuring the 410 Sprint cars. Got 14 cars set to do battle for tonight's racing action, and let's get right to the heat races. Heat race number 1 rolling out onto the Speedway. Starting on the pole is going to be the one of Kenny Hoffman, Wade Fields to his outside. B-Miz, Keith Bradley, and Dylan Yeager in row number 2. Todd Brandt and Joey Smith in row number 3, and Braden Blackshear rounding out the 7-car field. 7 cars, 8 laps around the Lincoln Speedway. Heat race number 1 coming at you. Field fires were underway. Hoffman with a good start. Going to lead the field through turns 1 and 2. Wade Fields holds on to P2 for the moment. Dylan Yeager right there to challenge. Thought about the slider, keeps it rotated around the bottom, makes it work, gets by Fields for P2. Now Fields looking to answer back, looking to the inside of Dylan Yeager. Also having to defend against Keith Bradley right behind him. Yeager climbs the inside wall just a little bit, puts him offline into turns 1 and 2. Keith Bradley gets a bit of a bump, about comes to a stop, keeps it rolling, we're going to stay green. Yeager climbing the inside wall once again as Wade Fields working around the outside of the racetrack. Kenny Hoffman continues to lead, or he did, had a misstep, gets into Wade Fields. That's going to put Yeager to the lead. As the caution flies, most likely for the incident with Hoffman. Take a look at the incident with Kenny Hoffman. Just jumps the cushion into the wall. Wade Fields really with nowhere to go. Committed to the high side of the racetrack. Collects Joey Smith as well and draws the yellow. Pace truck is off. Field coming back to green. Yeager, Fields, Brandt, your top 3. Yeager fires. Wade Fields is still sleeping. Green flag's back in the air. We got 4 down, 4 to go. Yeager continues to rotate it around the bottom, unchallenged up front. Wade Fields holds on to the 2nd spot, trying to run higher up on the speedway. Blackshear's up to 3rd, past Brandt and Keith Bradley. Bradley able to slide past Brandt, now starting to work on Blackshear with 2 to go. Battle going for 3rd place on back. A little bit of contact with Blackshear from Bradley. Both drivers keep it pointed the right direction. We're going to stay green. That's going to give Brandt the 3rd spot. Down the back straightaway, Dylan Yeager works into turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag flies. Dylan Yeager is going to win heat race number 1. Heat race number 2 out on the speedway. Casey Simon's going to lead us to the green. Jay Schaff to his outside. Ryan Caldwell and Noah Bowman in row number 2. Row number 3 is Vinny Sansone and Andrew Thornton. And Richie Gaines going to round out your 7-car field. 7 more cars, 8 more laps around Lincoln Speedway. Heat race number 2 coming to you. Simon's fires, Schaff follows, as does the rest of the field, and we're underway. Simon's going to keep the lead down the back straightaway here in lap number 1. Jay Schaff slips the grip big time. Noah Bowman able to get by. Gaines is around. Alt F4s. We're going to stay green. Now moving Noah Bowman up to P2. Vinny Sansone to the 3rd spot. Jay Schaff runs in 4th. Ryan Caldwell in 5th with Andrew Thornton right behind him. I have to apologize again for iRacing timing and scoring being a little behind the mark today. It will eventually straighten out and we'll get it right. Usually about the time I talk bad about it is when it fixes itself. As we have finally got it. As Simons is on his way down the front straightaway, he gets the cross flags. 4 down, 4 to go. Got a comfortable lead to Noah Bowman. Bowman almost a full second back. Sansone still runs in third spot with Jay Schaff in fourth, looking underneath of Sansone for the third and final spot on the podium. Very awkwardly shaped racetrack here at the Lincoln Speedway. Banking rises, falls. Front straightaway has motocross whoops, makes it really entertaining with these cars with no downforce on them. As Simons is going to come across start-finish line this time, white flags in the air, 1 lap to go here in heat race number 2. Smooth and steady around the top side, still holds a 1 second advantage over Noah Bowman. Works his way off turn number 4. Checkered flags in the air. Casey Simons, the driver out of Las Vegas. We're going to see the checkered flag. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a feature time here at the Lincoln Speedway for the Hoosier 410 Sprint Cars. 14 cars set to do battle for 30 laps here around the Speedway. And let's see your starting lineup. Rolling from the pole tonight, it's going to be the 48 of Dylan Yeager. Casey Simons to his outside. Row number 2 is going to find Wade Fields and Noah Bowman. Todd Brandt and Vinny Sansone in row number 3. B-Mez, Keith Bradley, and Jay Schaff in row number 4. Row number 5 will be Braden Blackshear and Ryan Caldwell. Row number 6, you'll find Richie Gaines and Andrew Thornton. And at the tail of the field, you're going to find Kenny Hoffman and Joey Smith. "14 cars set to do battle for 30 laps around the Lincoln Speedway. Pace truck dives off here at the exit of turn number 2. Interesting track layout, 900 horsepower, no downforce. What could possibly go wrong? We're going to find out here in the next 30 laps with the Hoosier Open Wheel Series. Green flags in the air, and we're underway. Yeager with a great start. Simons follows, as does the rest of the field. Yeager right to the high side, as most of the field uses that line. Through turns 1 and 2. Contact to the outside wall. Simons going to close the gap right in. Got a battle for the lead at the end of lap number 1. The Chili Dog, Wade Fields, up to the 3rd spot with last week's winner Noah Bowman right on his tail tank. Todd Brandt rolling around the inside of the speedway, making it work. Runs in the 5th spot for the moment. Simons and Fields close quarters racing for the 2nd position. Fields goes down to the inside, grabs a little bit of grip through the middle. Unable to get past Simons, going to hold on to 3rd for the moment. Nearly 3 wide as they work their way off turn number 2. Dylan Yeager starting to check out on the field. 1 second the gap to the 2nd place car of Casey Simons. Fields still holding on to the 3rd spot. Bowman runs 4th. Todd Brandt in 5th. Fields running a little bit of a diamond line through turns 3 and 4. Runs the top of 1 and 2 right in the tail tank of Casey Simons. Gets the run, just has a hard time taking it anywhere. Nearly pulls even for P2. Thought about the slider. As the field drops off the pace, yellow is out for the first time tonight. Caution coming out for the 024 of Ryan Caldwell. Trying to run the bottom. Kenny Hoffman gets a nose in there. Caldwell goes to slam the door and draws the first yellow of the night. Pace truck dives off. Field coming back to green. Yeager, Simons, Fields, Bowman, Brandt, your top 5. Off turn number 4, Yeager fires. We're back underway. 23 laps to go. Simons going to try to close the gap on the top shelf. Nothing doing that time through turns 1 and 2. Wade Fields trying to rotate it around the bottom for P2. Gets a good run down the front straightaway, side by side. Give P2 to Wade Fields that lap. Slides up the racetrack in front of Simons. Simons going to turn back down the racetrack, grab the grip, and he's going to take P2 back into turn number 3. Field sets it up again. Able to do anything with it? No, he is not. Now Noah Bowman riding the rim on the high side right to the tail tank of Casey Simons. Field's looking low, Bowman looking high. Field's got a good run down the inside, side by side with Simons again as the yellow flag flies for the second time tonight. Caution coming out this time for the 80 of Vinny Sansone. Just sails it off into turn number 3, jumps the cushion, gets into the outside wall and comes to a stop, draws the yellow flag. Coming back to green for the second time, Dylan Yeager still your leader. Casey Simons, Wade Fields, Noah Bowman, Todd Brandt, your top 5. Yeager's going to fire early through 3 and 4. We got 10 in the books, 20 to go. Simons down to the inside to protect against Wade Fields. Noah Bowman hauling the bail on the high side. Pulls even with Wade Fields, doesn't get the third spot away from him. Fields, Simons, a bunch of the rest of the field down around the inside. Here on the restart, yellow flags out again. Caution going to come out this time for the 50 of Joey Smith. Caldwell in trouble on the high side of the racetrack. Smith gets the inside guardrail and comes to a stop on the speedway. Draws our third yellow of the night. As the pace truck dives off, we're getting ready to go back to green. Top 5 still unchanged. Yeager, Simons, Fields, Bowman, and Brandt. Green flag's back in the air. Going to have 18 to go as they cross the stripe this time. Field single files down to the inside on the restart. Yeager goes right back to the rim on the high side. Simon stays low. Fields working the top shelf with Noah Bowman. Fields runs the slider line. Yeager gets into the outside wall. He's all over the place down the front straightaway. Allows the rest of the field to reel him back in. Simon's trying to run that razor-thin inside line off of turn number 2. Yeager's into the outside wall once again. Simon's catfishing it really well, really closing the gap. Big misstep from Yeager's. He smacks the outside wall. Simons going to have the lead down the back straightaway. Then Simons has a misstep. Yeager must have something broke into the outside wall once again. So now Simons is now your new leader. Noah Bowman around the top side of the speedway, going to challenge Simons for the lead. Simon sticks it down low. Bowman to the top shelf. Big run down the front straightaway, still behind. Let's take a quick ride with Noah Bowman. Side by side with Simons down the back straightaway. Out of turn number 4 this time. Going to be a drag race, but Bowman's going to assume the lead. Simons not giving up, though. He's still right there in the hunt. Yeager and Fields throwing slide jobs on one another for the third and final podium spot. Both your top 2 walking the tightrope. Bowman was up top. He abandoned ship, goes to the low side. Blocks the run of Casey Simons as the yellow flies again. Caution going to come out this time for the 1 of Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman gets tight on the cushion, turn 1. Drags the outside wall, collects Ryan Caldwell. Coming back to green. Bowman, Simons, Yeager, Fields, Brandt, the top 5. Bowman fires, the rest of the field follows down to the inside. We're back underway with 11 to go. Bowman's going to go back to the top shelf. Simon's going to stick to his guns down on the low side. Bowman with a good run off the top. He's going to switch it up and go to the bottom of 3 and 4. Yeager full send on the high side. 10 to go this time. Bowman starting to run away from the second place car of Simons. Yeager kamikazes the wall on the top side. Almost pulls even with Simons for P2. Wade feels a little bit of contact to the outside wall. He's going to drop back just a touch. Yeager hits the wall again, 3 and 4. Still keeps it pointed the right way. Bowman trying to set sail and run on the high side. Simons trying desperately to get the low side to work for him like it did earlier on in the race. Laps are starting to wind down. Yeager trying to find a way around Simons. Within a couple of car lengths, the race on track right now is for P2. Yeager back to the top shelf. Tries to turn down the racetrack early off turn 2. Yellow lights are on once again. Caution coming out this time for the 10 of Braden Blackshear. Tries to switch lines. Gets into Vinny Sansone. Tokyo drifts his way into turn 1. Comes to a stop, brings out the yellow. Fields re-racked, restacked, coming back to green. Going to be 5 to go at the line. Bowman, Simons, Yeager, Fields, Schaff, your top 5. Bowman fires, we're back underway. 5 laps to go here at Lincoln. Bowman goes to the top shelf, as does Yeager. Simons going to stick down low. Got a side-by-side battle for P2. Simons taking the short way, Yeager taking the long way. Yeager's going to make it work. In 4 laps, he's got 4 or 5 car lengths to try to make up on Noah Bowman. Can he do it in the time given? Bowman goes down low off turn number 4. Yeager's going to stay high. Yeager gets into the outside wall, gathers it back up. 0.6 of a second the gap. Bowman goes down low off turn number 4 once again. Yeager stays with the long way. Popsicle sticks are in the air 2 more times around. Yeager into the outside wall hard. That's going to give Bowman all the breathing room he wants. White flag is out. 1 lap to go. Basically unopposed. Next car is Jay Schaff, over 2 seconds back. Back-to-back wins for the driver out of Springfield, Illinois. Noah Bowman going to victory lane here at Lincoln. Now, folks, that's going to do it for us here at the Lincoln Speedway. Let's take a look at our A feature rundown. Noah Bowman going back-to-back. 2 weeks in a row in victory lane for the 24. Jay Schaff makes it all the way up to P2 in the last couple of laps. Casey Simons holds on to round out the podium. Wade Fields and Todd Brandt round out the top 5. Vinny Sansone and Andrew Thornton finish 6th and 7th. Ryan Caldwell, Dylan Yeager, and Braden Blackshear round out the top 10. Kenny Hoffman, Joey Smith, B. Mez, and Richie Gaines round out your 14-car field. We sure hope you enjoyed tonight's racing action here from the Lincoln Speedway. Next week, the 410 Sprint cars make their way to the Williams Grove Speedway. Long paperclip half mile is going to make it really exciting with high speeds and trying to get these cars with no downforce load up for the corners. Going to be an exciting night of racing action. You're not going to want to miss it. You're going to see it all here on the B-Main Bandits YouTube channel. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.